I'm gonna train like Jeff Nippard for an entire day, and we're gonna start right now. Okay, so I picked up a program from Jeff Nippard, I wanna say before COVID even hit, just to see how he laid things out, see how he delivered his program and everything that goes into it. He does a really good job of sending out an email. It's got multiple different links and you can look at everything that you need. Now there are some downfalls, but we'll go into those a little bit later on what the downfalls are. Right now, I'm gonna start warming up for that bench press. He likes to, on this specific workout of the power building program, we're gonna go into a couple heavy doubles, and then we're gonna do some drop sets to stimulate some sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. So we're gonna stimulate some serious strength, working here on that warm up, 3 to 4 warm up sets. RPE 8, which is a classic. I feel like that's like classic powerlifting / Jeff Nippard. His YouTube videos are fantastic, but he loves RPE. One, two, three. Oh, big double. So hit a big double. Now we're gonna drop down, do a set at 6 at 77.5% RPE. I gotta check. We're gonna do a set of 6. Now, there is no RPE, no NA-RPE. Now, I despise RPE. When we're talking about auto-regulation, I don't like using RIR or RPE, but I will say I think RIR is very, very applicable, especially if you're training by yourself. And it's just a way easier metric. Reps in reserve. It's a much easier way to analyze, like, okay, I had 2 reps left. RPE 8, it's like your rate of perceived exertion is different. I know CrossFitters whose rate of perceived exertion might be 6, and it looked like they're gonna die, but they just have huge balls and they can just keep pushing themselves until they almost die and they get rhabdo. And then I have other people that struggle tremendously and their rate of perceived exertion might be a 9, but they really actually have 10 reps left because they just can't handle stress. That's my downfall with RPE. I prefer RIR, but ultimately I think just having a general understanding of where you're at with auto-regulation is better with a coach and not necessarily using any weird acronyms. So I'm gonna do a set of 6 here. This is the 3rd set of 6, 77.5%, and then we're gonna get into the rest of the workout. 1, 2, 3. Fat bar is killing me. 365 on the fatty for 6. After that, 405 double. Feel pretty good. Now we're gonna get into the rest of the workout. Go hit some chins. Okay, so benched, hit all the benches, came over, did a warm-up set of chin-ups. My elbow's bugging me a little, my wonky elbow here that doesn't lock out. And so I actually switched to a neutral grip pull-ups just because it hurts slightly less when I'm at full extension. Set of 8 to 10 here, last set. I think my one downfall so far is that it's like standard set schemes, right? Like 3 sets, 8 to 10, 3 sets, 6. And I love doing like 6 to 8 sets of stuff because I think it increases volume. When I hear power building, that's the program that I purchased. I think about like gaining serious power and getting some size. So I like 6 to 8 sets of stuff, especially things like chins or pull-ups and bench, because it's gonna help increase that overall strength. The intensity is gonna be higher and from a lot of volume. So if we're doing 8 sets of 4, we're getting a decent amount of volume at a higher load. So we are gonna get some hypertrophy as well. So that's like another criticism. Now we're heading into that next big exercise, which is gonna be a standing Arnold press. Another criticism outside the RPE and lower sets, I don't like standing Arnold dumbbell presses. I never like standing presses in general, unless it's like a push press, or I don't mind a strict press here and there. I just don't like dumbbell work standing because the load's gonna be a little bit less. I've always felt more comfortable. This is me personally. This is not a knock on Jeff because Jeff might feel different about this. And I do think it varies from person to person. I've always felt a little bit stronger when I'm using dumbbells, especially military press or Arnold press, seated. We're gonna get in, this is an RPE 9, so 10 to 12 reps. One more. Might have went a little light there, but still felt decent. Not as bad as I originally thought. Another set, probably 60, 65s. Then we are gonna get into one of my favorite back exercises that Jeff has in the next part of this workout. I'm out of breath. Okay, so now we're going into the dumbbell chest row. I love, again, just like I just said, pairing pulls with presses, especially Arnold press. This is gonna be a set of 15. No RPE, repping it. I like pulling elbows back more for more lats. Yeah. So one thing I always pointed out was if I want to think more lats, I think elbows back. Elbows dictate the direction. Lats here, Jeff points that out, hit more lats in the incline dumbbell chest row. So I want more lats, elbows go back. If I'm going out, that's gonna get more of my upper back. That's a little cue that you can utilize if you're trying to train upper back or if you're trying to stimulate those lats a little bit more. Now we're getting into the last 3 movements, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my power elastic here. So go to powerelastic.com, garagestrength.com, pick up our power elastic. This is our strength band, perfect weight for face pulls. Jeff's got 2 sets of 15 to 20, and you're gonna superset this, or I'm choosing to superset this with dumbbell lateral raise back and forth. So we're gonna go 15 to 20 here. And I like elbows out on the face pull, pulling to my forehead, trying to get more rear delt rhomboid movement, okay? 15 to 20 reps. I also like using the band for that bigger mind muscle connection. Oh, there we go, there's a pump, there's a pump. And I like to try and squeeze at the top here to get a little more activation, a little bit more blood flow. Give me 2 more. I have no idea how many reps that is. And now, that felt good. Now I'm gonna take a little breather, walk over, grab some 30s, dumbbell lateral raise here, 15. Oh. Now I'm gonna rest about 30 seconds and head back to that face pull. Again, I don't know if he wants a superset because it's not really clear. I like supersetting it, hitting the big sarcoplasmic growth in the deltoids. Oh, this is where I get nice and fatigued. My upper back and shoulders are lit up. So, really good. This is really good. Now, rest about a minute, gonna go back to that dumbbell lateral raise and then finish up with a little bit of dumbbell bicep concentration curls. So we're gonna finish this off with dumbbell concentration curls. So what Jeff's got on the workout, I'm assuming this is what he's saying. And I guess that's another complaint I do have, is that he does have, to be fair, an exercise like glossary or library that you can go off of, but I wish he had hyperlinks on the exercise so that you could just click on the actual exercise and it would take you right to the movement out of the actual program. So he's got like, I wanna say it's 15 to 20 on the dumbbell concentration curl. What I'm gonna do is just go back and forth. I'm assuming that's what you need to do, but I do think adding in the hyperlink to the actual exercise would be big. So I guess that's my complaint, is hyperlink for the videos, for the exercise videos. I'm not a huge fan of the RPE. I would prefer more supersets, especially later on in the workout. And then I want to see more sets on the bigger movements, higher reps on the smaller movements. Like I want to say 25, 30 reps. And more sets like 8 to 10. And if you're supersetting, you can get that stuff done. But all together, power building, training like Jeff Nippard, go to his channel, phenomenal information. The workout's good, the workout's very solid. Just some criticisms here and there, but overall, really, really good workout. You can get stronger, you can get bigger. So I recommend training like Jeff Nippard. But before doing that, I recommend clicking on the link down below. Pick up our mass builder if you're trying to get big, you're trying to get some power, you're trying to get some size. Pick up our mass builder program at garagestrength.com. If you want more content around training, trying to get bigger, trying to get stronger as well, click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, peace.